Hey there, this is Mr. Shablagu. Sorry about the delay. Just spending some quality time with my family. So yeah, back to it with Game 9 against Manic Albion. We're doing our second home or away game with them. So let's see, where are we at? There we are. So yeah, our first home game, or first away game with them. Our home game we lost 0-1 with them. But yeah. Oh, actually, before we get started, I'm gonna see if there's anybody available at all, just to poke my head around. I had Jimenez, but he's just not too great. Nielsen's not bad. Would suck. I mean, he's gotten 3 goals, 1 so far. Who would I get rid of, though, in that sense? I don't know. Okay, well, let's look at his stats. Okay, so he's got a B in kicking, a couple of D's, a couple of C's. So, all right, let's go see what we have. So he has a couple of C's, not great in technique or toughness, and that's the main thing. Well, not the main thing, but no, I don't need to take out DeWinter. So we do have Nicholas, who is injured right now at this time, so I'm going to actually switch him out. I'm going to have Hoffer there, and then I'm going to have Doyle there, and then have probably Dijkstra there. And then we're going to start off with, we're going to have we're going to have Sawyer start off. We're going to have Doyle back there. Esquerdo for Taylor, for Olaf, Novikov, Arujo is going to be there. Actually, I'm going to have Grant there for the starting. Just because we need people with stamina. And it looks like Frolof's getting tired. Sorry about that. I might have, I'm going to throw Dijkstra on. Actually, I'm going to give him... Yeah, I have sliding and tackle. Or sliding and visualizing. There you go. That'll give him intercepting. That way he can boost up his technique a little bit. Alright. And then we're going to go into kickoff. We're going to start. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and have us poking out just a little bit right there. We're going to stay up balanced. We're going to have, we're kind of going to have everybody on watch out. Because, I mean, look at this midfield. It's 5 of them. And, I mean, so far, every one of them has, except for Dawson, which is weird, have gotten assists or goals. Dawson, which is very weird. Because he's had 3 assists, 1 goal, even though he's like almost the center midfield. But anyways, going to kickoff. All right. All right. 39% for Manic Albion to win, 30% for a draw, and a 1% 1% increase for us to win, making it 31%. All right, so looks like they won the coin toss. All right, Russell to Breedle, passing it to the middle, to Baronoff, over to Russell again, crossing it, but Garrido's there to stop it. All right, Gatti, heading it to Grant. Grant with the long shot, over to Hoffer, bad touch, Breedle intercepts it. Crosses it over to Baronoff, passing it to Vlope. Baronoff going for a shot in the box. Giro Chaga with the save. Russell with the shot. They've already gotten a goal on us. What was going on? Was it just our defense just burdening with... Oh my god, yeah. I don't know why. Yeah. I think that was just a mixture of not watching out for where that was going. Alright, Ziegler crossing it over to Hoffer. Nijman kicks it away. Shaskov with a bad touch. Doyle with the recovery. Crossing it over to Gatti. Marino heads it away. Baranov with the counter. Alright, Flope. Crossing it over to the right. Brito. Squardo's there with the prevention of that header attempt. Alright, to Dijkstra. Great pass over to Ziegler. Over to Sawyer. One-on-one. Hits the keeper. Donaldson's able to grab it. Alright, go to Chaga. Flope. Crossing it over to Shaskov. Doyle heading it out for a throw-in. Alright, Russell crossing it over. Go to Chaga. Dawson passing it to Shaskov. Novikov kicks it away. Getting tackled from behind. Sawyer. And it looks like... Who got it? Ninjman. One of the defenders got a yellow card. Alright, Sawyer with the awful cross. Go to Chaga with the recovery. Grant with the steal. Sawyer going for a dribble, but Ninjman is there to stop it. Vlope. Brito. Russell. Grant cuts it out. Ziegler passing it over to Sawyer. Passes it over to Hoffer. Crosses it over. Gatti with a bad touch. Shot hits one of their keepers or hits one of their players, and Donaldson grabs it. Baranov, Dawson going for a long shot, but it was just over. All right, Russell, Novikov with the steal. Sawyer passing it over to Hoffer. Crosses it over to the wing of Ziegler, but Marino cuts it out. Passes it over to Donaldson. To Dawson, crossing it over to Russell. The bad touch, Dijkstra clears it. Sawyer not able to grab it. Ninjman passing it over to Guda Chaga. To Vlope. Goes for a shot. Now a cross attempt. Guda Chaga with a header. And it's now 2-0. This is just awful. I really don't want to go into an offensive. I know it's just gonna... Alright, here's what I'm going to do. We're going to ship her there. And we're going to go more on the offensive. Because right now it just seems we are not having a fighting chance at this time. Alright, Gatti. Passing it over to Hoffer. Crossing it over to Gatti, but nobody's there to receive it. It's getting nudged out of the way, and it's out for a goal kick. Alright, Flope to go to Chaga. Passing it over to Lorero. Passes back to Marino. Long pass over to Shaskov. Bad touch. Doyle getting tackled from behind. They get a free kick. Bad pass attempt. Dijkstra with the recovery. Bad pass attempt as well. Flope with the shot. Keeper bounces it off. It's out for a corner kick. Marino takes it, crosses it over to the middle, and Garrido's there to stop it in just the nick of time. Alright. Already our players are getting tired on the right. So what I might do... No, I'm not going to make any changes quite yet. So I'm just going to keep it as it is. As long as they rely on just passing not only to the wings, but if they have to pass near the bottom midfielders, they should be able to. See, like that. There you go. Ziegler going for a shot. Hits the post. Lorero clears it. Lope. Go to Chaga. Russell. Shaskov with a no-look pass. Shaskov passing it over, but Brito's there. Novikov clearing it to Hoffer. Passing it back to Squardo. Long pass over to Ziegler. Gets nudged away, and it's out for their throw-in. Okay, they're already switching out Flope with Kilmoff. Not too sure why. Alright, so I'm going to go into the 50s. Teacher's already getting tired, so it's Doyle. I'm going to have Galliard there. Squardo clearing it, looks like. Novikov over to Hoffer. Alright, great through pass over to Shipper, but it was too much. Donaldson's able to grab it. Taylor over to Grant. Long pass over to Ziegler, but nobody's there. Baronoff passing it over to Kilmoff. Kilmoff through pass over. Squardo cuts it away. Shipper passing it over to Hoffer. To Ziegler. Long pass over to Shipper, but Ninjaman's there to cut it out. Just let it go. Esquerdo clears it away. It's out for their throw-in right now. This sucks. This sucks. Gatti's already getting tired. And it looks like Hoffer and... Oh, I'm going to have them there. Hopefully that can help, since he has pretty good sprinting. Alright, Doyle. Passing it over to Ziegler. Passes it back to Esquerdo, to Doyle. Long shot over to Shipper, but Ninjaman's there to cut it. Dawson to Baronoff. Passing to the middle, go to Chaga. Timmy Galloway. Ziegler, Loureiro, Baronoff. Russell with the shot, but it was just wide. Oh, okay. I guess that matters. Tried to go for a corner kick, but our defense clears it. Ninjaman, come on. Passes it over to Kilmoff. Our defense is wide open. Garrido's there to stop it. Alright, Hoffer. Over to Ziegler. To Galliard, going for a shot, but it was just offside. Would he have made it, or looked like he hit the post? Yeah, it was just wide. Okay. Alright, Loureiro. Albert, which I guess he's the forward. Passes it over to Russell, going for a shot, and it looks like they're offside. Hoffer to Esquerdo. Come on. Goes for a shot, and it's just over. Ah. Come on. We just got to keep going. Nobody's there to grab it. Marino. Passing it over to Shaskov. Squardo clears it. Gatti to Doyle. To Novikov. Goes for a attempt to pass it at Galliard, but Donaldson was too close. Alright, Kilmoff to go to Chaga. Through pass to Albert. Goes for a shot. Kilmoff with a no-look pass. Albert crossing it. Squardo heads it away. Shaskov. And that is the game. We lost 2-0 against them in a home game. Or in an away game, sorry. I don't know what happened. Was it just the other players nudging him away? Yeah, it was our players. You know, some of our defense that caused that. Can't believe that. And then that was a good cross. I'm not going to deny that. They went right through our defense and were able to grab it. So, lost 2-0. We're currently in third with Manic Albion's in second. So we have a 1 week break against, and then we have, we're going against Colt City. Looks like a lot of our players are getting tired. Ziegler, Taylor in particular. Might just skip this week. Yeah, might just skip this week. So that way I can kind of train D. Winter and whoever. And then I'm going to go ahead and save it and have a good day.